I've been sitting here with my brother from another mother, a good client, now one of my best friends since 2010, turned into family. So he's sitting here with me today. So we've just been fucking shooting the shit all morning. But I haven't seen the news. What's going on in the news?
More doom and gloom, right? Housing market bad, rates bad, gas costs too much, White House is bad, you know.
I mean, I feel like that's stuff we already knew. I need some good news. Wait, I think
It's not
Melanie, I need
new.
you to hop on and show your smile so you can light everybody up. You got that for us today or what? Bill, as genuine as your smile is, Melanie's smile outdoes you every single week.
Yeah, I get that.
Don't do that. Thank you, Jeff.
I'm just joking. We're gonna. There you go. There's that smile.
Hi.
Melanie, not to get personal. Are you single, married? What do you got going on?
I'm in a relationship.
Oh yeah. Well, listen, I got an old school New Yorker. If anything ever changes, let me know. My guy's sitting here, right? You know, one of the best guys I know.
Well, I'll definitely let you know if he starts acting up.
All right. If he starts, us boys always act up at some point. So
Yeah,
it's always good, let you know what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just so we have a really cool presentation. So this company reached out. They do a ton of video edits and whatnot. Really, really good stuff. I think everyone could benefit from it at some point. So I'm waiting for him to join us, and he's going to give you guys the rundown. Me personally, it's not something that I ever would use for my own brand, just because I've kind of perfected the cheapest way of doing it myself, and I already have my guys in place. But for new people starting out, I highly recommend you guys engaging with them. I just text him as a reminder. Let me just actually give him a call real quick. So they actually go and they send you a script, and then they also edit the video. So they send you a script, you guys do your video, and then they edit it for you, and then you guys post it. So it's really cool and creative. So if you guys are struggling with content, they're really good. Hey, are you hopping on the call? No, it's at 12 Eastern. Yeah, it is 12 Eastern. All right, you got it. Listen, I don't know if anybody has any pull, but if we could change this whole time zone thing, like I feel like America should have one time zone, regardless of sun up, sun down. Like he had 2 Eastern time because he's out in like Utah. But back to what I was saying, if you feel like you're struggling with content, which everyone is at some point, right? I think it's really good to get a professional company to help you guys really get started, because oftentimes people feel very weary on what to post, right? When I first started posting heavily in 2017, I got a ton of funny comments, haters, shit talkers, everything that's stupid. Why would you post that? But there's really no right or wrong thing to post, right? Like you might make a video and all you need is one person to find value in that video. All you need is one story told for one person to relate and then consider you the expert or somebody that they want in their network or want to refer, right? You don't have to speak. You cannot speak to every audience every time you make a post. So I want you guys to be vulnerable. I want you guys to also feel confident in what you post. If you have a message to share, share the message. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to bring Story on. I know they just logged in. Devin, go ahead and introduce yourself and share everybody what Story is and how you work with both real estate agents and mortgage professionals.
Thanks, Jeff. Sorry, guys. I'm Mountain Daylight Time, and for some reason I went 2 hours ahead. So I was like, oh, I got time. And then Jeff called me. I'm like, oh shoot, no, I'm behind.
Now you got to listen real quick, just to bust your balls real quick. Now you got to give everyone on this call a free video for fucking up.
Yeah. So basically how we started, it's actually a really cool story. I know there's agents and loan officers on here, but about 4 years ago, we were all working together at a mortgage company called Castle & Cook Mortgage, and we were helping these loan officers running Facebook ads. And Facebook ads is kind of a running joke because it doesn't work well. Social media, like a lot of loan officers and agents say social media doesn't work well. So we said, what if we had you guys record videos and we ran those as ads? So we would have them record a video. And the first question they'd ask is, okay, I'll record a video, but what do you even want me to record? So what we would do is we'd give them a full-on script. And what we figured out is when we gave them that script, it sounded robotic. There'd be a lot of like or it didn't sound natural. So we'd give them this loose script to record. and then we would edit the video for them, and then we would post it for them. So that's basically how Storyy started about 4 years ago. And then I talked to Jeff, but I got a presentation put together kind of like to help you guys with social media. So I'll be quick. And then also how we can help you guys with video editing and your social media management. Jeff, so I make sure I give you enough time. How much time do I have for this?
So we usually book off 12 to 2. The usual format is say hello, catch up, right? Me give my little spiel, you come on, present. You have as much time as you need. So it's from 12 to 2, but I always like getting Q&A in. I think that's the most valuable. People are going to have questions. And I definitely want everyone to share with you what their experience has been trying to and posting videos, as well as how you can specifically help them.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, let's get into it then. Can you give me access to screen share? Sorry, man.
You should know that I'm 35 and I'm half technology stupid. So as soon as I figure out security, I will share screen. Now you should be good to go.
Okay, sweet. Thanks, man. So what we're going to cover today, and again, guys, I want to share some valuable tips, and we'll get into like how we can help you guys. So what we're going to cover is how to build an online presence that actually makes want of people to do business with you. You'll probably hear this a lot, but a lot of agents and loan officers say, yeah, social media doesn't work. And then you'll go to their profile and it's flyers. It's like the happy Thanksgiving type of posts, nothing that's organic or providing value. So we're going to go through that, how to create relatable content with your audience, and how to create content that actually will make a difference for your business. So just breaking down the fundamentals of social media, because I think it's important that everybody realizes this. There's 2 reasons why someone will follow you. The first reason is because they know you or they want to get to know you. The second reason is because you know something, right? So you're an expert in your industry, so people are looking for knowledgeable tips. And a common question that I get a lot is, should I create a separate business account for my personal account? I'm always going to say no, because people are going to go after these 2 things. And when you separate those things, you're going to get 2 different types of audiences when you can combine them into just one. So that's why someone will follow you on social media, just breaking down the fundamentals. And what I see a lot is, don't treat social media like another billboard, like an advertisement. Treat it like you're talking to an actual human being. It'd be like if I went to a networking event and all I did was trying to sell my product, you're probably going to get annoyed really fast, right? If I'm not asking questions about you, how you became a real estate agent or loan officer. And a lot of people tend to just use social media as advertising. And really it's to build these connections so you can get more loans, so you can get more clients and people in homes. And that's really important that we realize that. And then we're going to go through tips and tactics that you can use to create your sphere of influence. So first thing that we have this rule. It's the 5x5 rule. And what we want you to do is, when you go onto Instagram or Facebook, you're going to have your stories at the top, and then you're going to have your feed posts at the bottom. So what you want to do is you want to comment on 5 stories, comment on 5 posts, and that's just minimum. That's just to get people engaging with your content. So that way they respond back to your content, which inherently you'll get more reach. It takes about 5 minutes, if that, to even do that. And just make sure you leave meaningful comments that will actually spark a conversation with those. And I see this a lot. Don't respond with an emoji. So it'd be like if I saw Jeff in the hallway and Jeff was like, "Hey, Devin, how's your day going?" And I gave him a thumbs up. He's going to say, "This guy's a jerk. He never talk to me again."
Yeah, but Devin, you sent me an emoji as our first interaction.
Did I really?
No, I'm just fucking.
Oh, I was like, dude, if I did, I'm the worst because then I'm a hypocrite. But it'd be the same thing, right? We want to make sure we treat social as like in person, not just another online, like you'll never see him again. So some things that you can do is this is to get more reach. So you can collaborate with other people. Who here knows what the collab feature is on Instagram and Facebook? By raise of hands. That's okay. It came out about 3 months ago. It's a newer tool, but it's super underutilized. So how you want to use this tool is look for another agent, look for another loan officer that will record a video with you. When you record that video, make sure you post it, but you add them as a collaborator. The reason why you want to add them as a collaborator is because now your post will go to their feed and it's getting in front of all of their followers. Same thing for loan officers. If you're talking with an agent, you guys record a video, it'll go in front of all of their followers. So you guys are helping each other. It's both benefiting each other. So it came out 3 months ago, but it's still super underutilized. Another thing that you can do is look for small businesses that need a video recorded, even if it's not edited, and have it go to their feed as well. So you're reaching their followers and reaching more people for free. It doesn't cost you anything. So that's the collaboration tool. Next thing is post readable content. So I see this a lot again with flyers, with graphics. There's like a whole thing of text and no one's going to take the time to read that. Who here actually read all of this copy right here on the slide, or who looked at it and just like, nope, not doing that. Right? Like no one's gonna go. You read it? Did you read? Or you did it. You said
Sherry definitely is reading it word by word. I know that for a fact. I see her head moving side by side like this, reading each line.
I did notice that. I was gonna call you out, Sherry. Like maybe there's always one person. It's not a bad thing that will read it. But 99 times out of 10, if you're gonna see a post with a lot of text, or the rule of thumb is if you have to zoom in and read the text, no one's gonna look at that post. So if you're not doing video content, just make sure your posts are readable. Some things that you can do is create them into carousel posts. So let's say you're talking about a piece of content, like trying to think of a good example for you guys. So what are the steps to getting into a home? Instead of having it on one image, Canva is a really good tool for slideshow type of stuff. Create it into multiple images, because then you can have each step in an image. And carousel posts are actually super engaging. They're one of the best pieces of content you can have for Instagram and LinkedIn as well. So it just makes it easy for people to swipe through, read it, and digest it way easier than having a full block of text. It's like if you get an email and that email has like 7 paragraphs and it's combined into one like long essay, it's very hard to break those apart. So treat it like you would an email. You want to make sure you break the important things separate from each other. So yeah, that's carousel posts. And then here's another just examples I've seen. So avoid this. Just too much text. No one's going to read that. No one's going to look at it. Try to avoid that. And then we're going to go into the ideal 1-minute video. So we know video works. The reason why it works is because people can see who you are very easily. Also with Reels having their update, you can reach people beyond your followers. So when Facebook started, they had this approach where it was friends first. So if you're friends with someone, I'm going to add you as a friend. And then you're going to add each other as friends. Well, when TikTok came out, they had a different approach, and they said people are more interested in industry specific type of content. So when you go on TikTok, I really don't know anybody that I follow. I just know on my For You page, I'm seeing the content that I want to see because I'm following those specific topics. So Facebook started to realize that, and now they're trying to compete with TikTok. So they released IG Reels and they released Facebook Reels last month. And then LinkedIn, you couldn't even post a vertical video a month ago. Now you can. It looks a little funky, but you can post it on LinkedIn now. So that's why video is so important, just because everybody's going this way, and it's not just about who you know, it's what you know. So this is the ideal 1-minute video because you want to try to keep it under a minute. So the first thing is the hook. You have 3 to 5 seconds to capture someone's attention. TikTok came out with some data. You actually only have 3 seconds before someone will swipe to the next video. You have the story. So after you hook them, you want to share your message, and we'll go through some tips on that. And then the ask, right? The ask doesn't always need to be a sales ask. It could be something as simple as, if you think someone would benefit from the post, please share it with them. Something simple that will keep them in the platform. So the first thing is the hook. These are common mistakes that I see. First thing is try to avoid introducing yourself. People really only care about the content that they're seeing, and that's why TikTok is working so well. The TikToks that you do see where someone starts to introduce themselves and they take like 10 seconds to do that, you usually scroll past it. At least I do. When they get straight into the hook without introducing themselves, I'm more interested because they're talking about that specific topic. Another thing that I see is explaining the video. So an example of this, if you're going to record a video of what not to do, is, hi, my name is Devin Gillen. I'm a Storyy. And what I'm going to talk about in this video today is, see how it took a bunch of time just to me to get to even the message of the story. Those are things you want to try to avoid when you're recording your videos. And I did it a lot when I first started recording videos. So just capturing those habits and fixing it will help you guys with that content. Here's what you can do. So start with the customer's pain points, right? Ask a question that your customers ask you. Start that with the video, because then you're going to be able to hook them right away. Second thing, do how-tos. So how to get into home in these 3 easy steps, right? That's a good hook that you can use for your videos. And lastly, start with a fact. Start with a fact. So this actually is a real fact. 4 out of 5 people are going to look at your profile before they do business with you. So when you think of your borrowers, you think of your agents, you think of your clients, they're going to look at your profile before doing business with you. So it's really important that you know that, because if they see someone recording video content and providing answers, they're going to be more likely to work with them because they're educating. So it's an important step. And then you have the story. So This is funny, but I do it sometimes too. We tend to talk in circles. It's like a bad joke when someone tells you a joke and they're like, no, but did you get it? And then they ask 5 times, like, no, I got it. It just wasn't funny. Same thing with the story, right? If you're talking in circles, people are gonna be like, what is this guy even talking about? Something that you can do is grab a sticky note, write down 3 bullet points you want to talk about, put it on your phone, and then it will still look like you're talking at the camera, but that way you at least have a guideline of what to record. So you don't have to have the script, just 3 to 5 words that you can reference when you're recording that video, so you're not talking in circles. Oh, and I have that right there. So you can source, educate, and then share your own story inside of those. And then this is where we talk about the bullet point, putting it on that sticky note, which will help you a bunch with avoiding talking in circles. And then call to action. So I see this a lot, especially with loan officers and agents. They're selling, which is a good thing. But if all of your posts is about selling, people are going to get turned off by that because you're not providing value for free. So something that you can do is ask them to like your video, right? It's so simple. You're keeping them in the platform. It doesn't take much. You're just asking them to like it, react, comment on the video, have them tag someone in the comments, or share the video, or ask them to share the video with someone that you think would benefit from it. So that's the way you can avoid the sales tactics and get more of the beneficial and still get the benefits of someone actually engaging with that post. And then type of video content you can use. So another common question I get is like, what content should I record? So on top of the scripts, the loose scripts that we provide, there's some ideas that you want to use. Use testimonials. That's a huge way to actually relate to your audience because you're talking about the specific stories. So how did you meet the client, right? What hurdles did you overcome in that transaction? And then how did you overcome those hurdles? And why did you live that specific deal or love that specific deal? And the cool thing about that with the testimonial, you can then tag or collaborate with the person that you were helping. So it goes to their feed. And guess what? All of their followers are going to see that testimonial and that video you guys did together. So testimonials is a good one. Another type of video content, just write down any question that you would get asked. So a common question I get is, what is collaboration? It's been out for 3 months. And I assume everybody knows, but not everybody does. Same thing as a real estate agent or loan officer. You're going to get common questions inside of your industry that you think people should know, but they actually don't know. So if you do get a question, even if it's silly, with all the knowledge that you have, make sure to write it down because that means other people are asking it. What I do is I actually keep a tally next to that question, so I know the importance of recording that video.
Devin, real quick, if you don't mind, just interject. So I'll tell you guys, why I'm able to post so much is because I'm asked so many questions, right? And Sherry can attest to this. The best content is coming directly from the consumer or a real estate agent or a past client, right? Hey, Jeff, I'm thinking about refinancing my home to pull some cash out to buy an investment property. I'm like, bam, this is a great video to do. Hey guys, a lot of people have questions about, maybe tapping into your equity in your home to buy an investment property. If you're interested in doing that, reach out to me directly so I can structure your deal accordingly. Like in 15 seconds, I just gave you a way to generate $1 million in business in the next 2 hours, right? So definitely really, really, really amazing point with that. I love that. When the client does ask a question, write it down and then answer it to your social media audience with the video. I think it's very powerful.
By the way, I'm talking really fast. So if any of you need to stop me, just let me know. I just want to make sure we get through all the info. That's why I'm going so fast. So thanks, Jeff, for pointing that out. Because it really is so important that you guys write down those questions, even if you think they're silly. Another type of video content is good news, right? So economic events, local news, major celebrity news, any type of news that you think will cause engagement. Economic examples. This is a little bit old. This is like 2 months old. This is in June when the Fed had the interest rate hikes. Are we going into a recession? Those type of things that have an economic impression on the country. Local news. So this one is super underutilized. I need to update this, but with fall coming up, I'm betting every single one of you, there's either in your town or a town near you, they're going to be having events for fall. That's a really good video to record because then people can reference that video and look at things they can do in your area. So that's a really good one to record as well. And then what I do, so not everybody does this. It just helps me with my videos. When I first started recording video, it's a funny story. I was telling these loan officers to record video content. And this branch manager called me out and he said, Devin, it's great you're telling us to record a video, but have you ever recorded a video? I was like, nah, I haven't. So that day I went and recorded a video, and it's hard. It's harder than it looks. I'm not gonna lie, it's harder than it looks. So what I did, I put an alarm on my phone. I try to record a video every morning, even if I don't post that video, because it helps me listen to the video.
And guys, to be clear, he's not talking about that like Ray J, Kim K video type stuff. He's talking about like a professional video for you guys out there, right? So remember, it's got to be a professional video.
Hey, now.
But with that, like it was hard, it was scary, right? I was talking to a loan officer yesterday. I'm terrified of public speaking, and she's like, I'm good at public speaking. I am terrified of recording videos. So we all have our different things that we're afraid of, but the more you do it, the more comfortable you get. It's hard. I know we all hate listening to our own voices. I still hate it, but you got to listen to those videos afterwards, because you'll start to catch on what you like and what you don't like. A lot of times you'll start recording video and you'll have this totally different voice that doesn't sound like you. I did it in the very beginning when I started my podcast. I would do that on episodes. And again, someone called me out and said, dude, you never talk like this. It was like middle of the podcast. I'm like, oh my gosh. So we cut that out, but my voice totally changed. So just remember recording video, sound like yourself. That's really what matters, because people want to work with you if they know who you are. So that will help. And then this is cool. So that stat that I brought up, 4 out of 5 people look at your profile. So if you take anything away from today, I would say this is the top thing you should take away. Write down 3 of the most common questions you guys get. Record a video for each of those questions. Post it, and you can pin 3 posts at the top of your profile. Pin those 3 posts to the top, because when 4 out of those 5 people look at your profile, they're going to see those videos first. Another tip is make sure you have a thumbnail on there. So have 3 to 5 words that describe the video. So even if they're not watching the video, they know what the video is going to be about. So if you take anything from today, it's that. I've seen people close multiple loans just because of those pinned posts. So make sure you take that. Okay.
So Devin, is everyone's goal for today to have them create a pinned post? I feel like that's the easy low-hanging fruit target, right?
Yeah, I think that is. Even if you don't do a new post, go through your post and look for a post that you've recorded in the past, or a graphic. Just, I think that's the takeaway. Just at least have 1 pinned post at the top of your profile.
I like it.
And then obviously we talk about this a lot, and I'm just going to reemphasize this, because this is how Story started, is because we wanted to help people share their authentic self. When you're on social, make sure you treat people like a friend. Jeff, I know when I reached out to you on LinkedIn, like it was like, it was kind of a sales pitch, which I'm kind of a hypocrite. So try to be friendlier. Don't take my advice and send sales pitches. But hey,
listen, I feel like I'm semi-approachable,
Yeah.
I usually don't reply to sales pitches. You can ask Sherry, like usually like they get kicked right to the curb. But I liked what I learned about you, and I thought you were an absolute gentleman. So that's actually the reason why I even engaged in that. But I appreciate you being a gentleman.
Okay, so I appreciate that. But if you are getting on social, treat people like a friend. Don't just treat them like another sales transaction. And we just bought this software, and the sales guy sold us, handed us off to support, never talked to the sales guy again, asked the sales guy for support, and he's not helping us either. With me, I'm very important. It's important to me that everybody gets what they need. So I talk to all of our clients I've sold. I know it makes my day stressful, but just treat people like a friend, not just another transaction on social. And there's just personal copy. And then here's some ideas to post to your story. So the benefits of posting your story is it puts you at the top of the feed. It's an easy way to ask questions, polls, show profiles by tagging them in the story. And here's some ideas for your story. So the first one is, we're on a webinar right now. I'm going to give everybody a challenge. We're going to all post a video together if you want to do it. And then we're going to tag each other at the end of this.
Yeah, but Devin, just so you know, you can't tag Story on Instagram stories, just so you know.
Oh,
you
you
guys
really
have that
can't?
disabled.
No way. Okay, I'm going to fix that right now. Let me see.
What do you have, like an ex-girlfriend that was trying to post you or something like that, man? What's going on?
Yeah. And I was like, she's going to follow my story. She's going to follow my company account. Oh, I know why. You got to do, try this. It's at use.story, and let me know if that works.
Gotcha. Okay.
That should fix it. This like 16-year-old has Story with 2 Y's, and we've messaged her, and I think she doesn't use her Instagram, so we're stuck with use.story until we get it back. But
Got it.
I'm going to take a picture, and then I'm going to tag you guys at the end of this. So hopefully you can see it okay. and then we'll tag it at the end of it. That's just an easy thing you can do when you're on webinars, when you're in calls for training. It just helps to share your day and what's going on. So another thing, if you're at live events, definitely post those. If you closed a transaction, so a lot of people, especially loan officers, they'll post the transaction like as an image on their feed. What I would say is actually post it to your story and record a video that you can post to your feed so you can get more value. So if they're willing to record a video with you, definitely do it. That's something you can share on your story. Do polls, questions, and then believe it or not, this is so funny, but motivational quotes get the most engagement I have ever seen for the clients we manage. And it's not even their quotes. Like they'll just go and find a quote on the internet, post it on there, and like it just gets a crazy amount of like comments through Instagram. So if once a week, maybe just set a timer to do that like once a week. It's funny, but it works, which is crazy. And then also just your podcast. If you have a podcast, which you tag the right people and things. And then this is the last before I get into the product. So to reach all your clients, so if you have past clients or people you're going after, you can actually upload that database into Facebook. You can boost your posts. So even if they're not following you, you'll be in front of them. So when you take it into perspective, let's say you spend $1 a postcard, and that's being conservative, you're going to be able to reach one person with that postcard. Well, if you spend $1 on Facebook, you're going to be reaching like 500 to 1,000 people for $1. And you can change the content whenever you'd like. When you print that postcard, you're stuck with that postcard. With Facebook, you can turn it off with a click of a button. So if you're trying to stay in front of your clients, or if you're a loan officer and you're trying to stay in front of your agents, this is a good tactic to stay in front of them without them even following you. So yeah, there's that. Okay. Before I get into the product, is there any questions about social media, like tips and tactics that we went through?
People are usually shy early on. Usually when someone breaks the ice, then the world, starts waking up a little bit. So if you don't get anybody, you can just keep going.
Okay, I'll keep going then. So this is what we do. So Monday through Friday, we send you a video prompt, and we have it hooked with the 1-minute video. So we send you your intro, your message, and your outro. Again, with that story, with us providing loan officers a full-on script, it would sound very robotic. It wouldn't sound authentic. So what we do is we send this outline, and then that loan officer agent can share their own video, but at least they have bullet points of what they talk about. The cool thing about this too is we've written down common questions we've gotten from agents and loan officers. So what are some packing tips when moving? You think like, imagine all the people have asked you that, but you've never thought that would be a valuable question to provide people. It's actually super valuable because it takes them past the transaction to when they're moving and you're still providing them value. So we try to give you prompts like that. And we have over 30 prompts you can choose from. So it doesn't just have to be real estate. You can select as many as you'd like, so you can get in more than Monday through Friday, but that's how our prompts work. We send it out to you. We then have you record the video. So you can do it inside of our content submission tool, or you can record the video on your phone and upload it through the content submission tool. This is what it looks like. So Fiverr is great, guys. By the way, if you're looking for video editing, common things I see with Fiverr though, is they'll ghost you, they'll take your money and they'll ghost you, which is scary. Or you're talking to someone that doesn't speak English and you're going to be going back and forth a lot of times to make sure it's on brand.
Guys, it's very tough. I used Fiverr for many years. Like I think my one partner put me out to Fiverr like 12 years ago when it first came out. And there was a lot of turnover, and that's how I got linked up with Ryan finally after 13 years of struggling in that. And I send Ryan, as you guys know, my graphic designer, all my stuff exclusively, and he's expensive, but I know him, I trust him, he knows what I want, and it's just a much easier workflow. So what I recommend you guys doing is like testing people out, but it is frustrating constantly bouncing around and seeing who's available. So just keep that in mind. Again, you're welcome to go to Fiverr for a much heavier discounted opportunity, but they also don't know you, they don't know the industry. So just be careful with that. That's my only recommendation.
I had a call with a loan officer a month ago, and she said, "You guys are a little bit more expensive than this company I'm using." And she reached out to me last week, and she's like, "I think these guys are taking my video and putting it in a Canva template and giving it back to me." I'm like, "They're totally doing that." Because I'm like, "How are they charging so cheap? They're not even cutting out the video or anything." So I was like, "Yeah, you kind of pay what you get for." So
Sure.
yeah. So the experience with ghosting though, what we realize is like people are kind of scared to work with companies, especially with video editing. Who here eats Domino's or has ordered from Domino's recently? Nobody.
Listen, we're all on a diet. You know, it's summertime, man. Talk to everybody. Ask everybody in November, and they're gonna be like, last night, just 10 minutes ago.
Who here uses Uber at least? Does
There
anybody
you go. There you go, my man.
Okay. So with Uber, when you order your ride, it tells you exactly where the ride is, when they're approaching, when it's coming. We've done the same thing with our tool. So when it's submitted, it will say submitted. When it's getting edited, it will tell you, hey, this video is getting edited. And then when it's completed, it'll be marked complete and it gets sent back to you through our content submission tool. So you upload the video. We then take that video. So a common question I get is, I'm terrified to record video. I hate it. It's scary. Well, what you can do is record your video. If you mess up a bunch, it's okay, because we'll cut out the filler words. We'll cut out the awkward pauses. We'll add the pop-up animations. We'll add the emojis that you like. We'll add the subtitles. We do everything for that video. And I mean everything. And I can show you a bunch of different clients, but here's one of the videos we've edited. And you see here, it's premium video editing. It's not, we're not going to Canva, adding a template at the top and bottom and sending it back and saying, here you go. It's going through this whole process of timestamping, video editing, QA, going back to you, going through the account manager, going back to you. So we take it very serious. So there's one of our video edits. After we edit the video, so it's up to you. We can just do the video editing. If you want to go an upper tier, we can actually post the video for you on the platforms you care about with captions and hashtags. We'll then have someone go. We'll actually boost the content for you as well. So if you don't want to worry about the boosting, we'll take care of that. And then we'll have someone, oops, it's the next one. We'll have someone that will comment for you on Instagram. So if you're trying to reach specific people, they'll log in your Instagram account. So it's a done for you service. We literally do everything for you. So it's basically your whole social media team for 1/4 of the cost. You could hire a social media generalist and you could hire them, but they're only be good at one thing or multiple things and not experts in everything. So we have different positions for every part of the process, which is cool. And then you can download your content, use it for Instagram, wherever you'd like. And then automatic progress updates. This is kind of what it looks like. And then Q&A. Any questions?
Come on, guys, we're gonna break the ice here. So, Bill Bullock, what are you saying? I'm gonna call you out first, or Tanya. You know, Melanie even. Go ahead. You guys are taking yourselves off mute. You guys want to ask him more questions than you guys ask me usually. All right, go ahead, guys.
Well, I have a question. So, how do we post on all platforms, or is it just for certain platforms?
So great question. About 2 months ago, you'd have to create 3 different types of video edits: square, vertical, and horizontal. Now, what all these platforms have done is they're trying to imitate or replicate TikTok. So vertical video for everything, unless if it's a long form video for YouTube, but for social media specific, we'll give you that vertical video and you can post it to TikTok, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, LinkedIn, and YouTube Shorts. So it's cool because it's changed quite a bit with what we do.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Melanie, are you doing videos now at all, or not really?
No, I'm scared to do all that now.
It is scary.
Devin, just so you know, backstory. So I told her that smile, she should be getting 2 to 3 mortgage loans a day with that smile.
Oh, yeah.
So if you get her a good video, oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, I need to take your class on how to do that, please.
On what? My class or his class?
Your class.
On what?
If I could get 2 a day, please.
Just go out there and smile. I told you, you lock yourself in your office. Like, you put yourself in jail. I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
I guess.
Devin, right? She's got a smile. That
Yeah,
was right up the
you
internet.
should be closing 2 to 3 loans a day. Yeah.
Please tell me how. Okay, so I got to get out the office. Is that the thing?
Yeah, you got to start recording video content. Are you a loan officer or agent?
A loan officer.
Loan officer. You should totally be closing 2 to 3 loans, and you meeting agents as well. Like, yeah, you could totally do it.
Let me tell you guys about something with Fiverr. It's so crazy that you guys mentioned that, because last night I was like, well, okay, let me see how I can get some leads or something to contact. And so I went on Fiverr, and I thought it was customer leads, but it was business B2B. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. And so I ordered like maybe 300 realtors. So they're supposed to give me like a list of 300 realtors.
What'd you pay for that? How much?
It was $25.
Total?
Yeah.
Listen, I have a realtor list of 14,000. Like, if you want to whack that up, so like 70 times, if you want to send me like $1,500, like, nah, I'm just kidding. I would never give you my list. But the problem with that is, like, all they do is, just so you know, they go to these websites and they scrape the websites and they send you a list. So I would save your money and not do that.
Not do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I didn't know if I was being scammed or what.
It's not a scam. It's just a very poor business model that people would prey on people, and I don't really condone it. Not saying it's not going to work. You might not, get a hit, or you might get lucky from it, but I think, again, like, utilize what your best assets are, and like, get out there, smile, meet people. I think that'll get you a much better return on investment.
Oh, thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome. Who's next? Bill? Tanya?
Yeah, Bill will talk. Bill's got something to say.
Yeah,
So
Bill.
I just got through my CEs for my NMLS renewal, and something that popped out at me in that training was we've got to put our NMLS credentials on the video, as opposed to in the caption or in the comments or the description or whatever. Maybe that's always been there and I just didn't realize it until I had started to do some of that stuff, but I did catch it in the CEs that I just went through. So I will presume that you could append that number into the, overlay the video, right?
Yeah, so it's funny that you mentioned that. We have, I would say it's like half and half with our loan officers. We tell them like this is required, but have to like screw it and not have that at the end. But for our loan officers that like the compliance department is very strict, we just put that at the end of the video with your whole disclaimer, just to keep you safe if it's something you're worried about. But yeah.
No, but I have the best idea, and like, this is just my personal opinion, is I think you should get a shirt made and get like NMLS 69987. That way it's in the video and you're wearing the shirt anyway, Like, no one could ever say you're not wearing it.
I created enough trouble for myself without willfully inviting more.
Well, you're a troublemaker, so we expect nothing less.
Bill, you should totally do that. Have like a giant disclaimer that's like 2 paragraphs long that no one can read it.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Be like, what do you mean? It's on my shirt. Like, if you can't read my shirt, like, that's your problem. It's here. It's here.
Yeah.
I'm wearing it.
I'm totally gonna make a video with that.
You
Love
should.
Love it.
Good question though. Does that answer your question, Bill?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Yeah, so Bill, again, just so you know, they can edit anything that you need into your videos. If you want your own logo, if you want your phone number, if you want a word, anything, a phrase, they can edit anything into any video you do with that. Correct.
All right, let me just take you off on a tangent here because that's the kind of guy I am. Recently, I'm going to call it in the last 6 to 12 months, I feel like I've seen something where we can capture text off of a video or a still image. So if my shirt in the video has my NMLS number, someone could hover over that and search that NMLS number. Is that an image thing, or is it only an image thing, or is it videos too?
So I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
There's 2 ways you can do it. First way is if you post it on your story as an image, or if you post it on your story as a video, you can have links in there. IG Reels is releasing new features. One of their newer features is you can have polls inside of your videos, like as a reel. So they may have incorporated links. I haven't heard anything about it, but the only way that I know of right now is if you have an image on your story and you add the link on your story as an image or a video.
I was on an image recently that had text in it, and I was able to cut and paste the text from the image. Not from the verbiage below the image, but from the actual image. So I'm guessing that's coming more widespread.
Yeah, I bet it is, because Facebook, it was on Instagram or Facebook.
I want to think it was on a Google picture.
Google. Oh yeah. So Google. Yeah, I'm not sure about Google. It could. Yeah, I'm not sure about Google though, if it's like searching on Google.
We'll find out about that in better. Like, Tanya, I know you keep hopping on, trying to get on. It's the floor, girl. It's all yours.
No, I'm patient. 2 things. The first one is going back to the beginning of the presentation where you said, don't create separate profiles. It's you're saying keep it together to reach everybody you already know and follow. So what if you have kind of oddball stuff going back on your profile? I work a lot with animals. I've got pictures of animal raccoons and possums and all kinds of weird stuff like that. So, well, what would you say about that?
That's not weird or oddball. That's unique. That makes you who you are. That's my
You think
opinion.
use that?
Yeah, so I was gonna say
Use that?
that's a great thing. So a common mistake that loan officers or agents make is they only talk about mortgage or real estate. It's like when if I heard a song that Jeff was singing and then I hear that song on the radio and then I hear it in the store, it's playing on my phone, I'm going to get sick of it really fast. So mixing up your content with things like that, and like, how can we say like, hey, this is Tanya? That's what makes you unique. So I'd say totally post that stuff.
And the second one is just getting started. I don't have Melanie's lovely smile, and I agree she should be out there showing it. How do you just get over
Tanya,
that?
I don't have that smile. I don't have that smile either. I'm kind of jealous of that smile.
But
So I'm
you
just
have
like,
all this charisma, Jeff. I can smell it through the computer.
I can smell
all right, well, listen, if we combined every
have
single
all
person on this
that.
call, we'll make the superhero. Unfortunately, we can't do that. If we all made one big baby, we'd have the most perfect baby, but we can't do that, you know?
So you're saying just do it.
Yeah, so it's scary. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it is what I went through. It took me about a month to get comfortable with it, but there's so many loan officers that started with us and they were just terrified. And then after they saw their first video and it getting posted, so they would record like a 2-minute video and we have to get it down to a minute. So they would say like but a lot, they would say a lot, there'd be awkward pauses. You'd be surprised what like a good video edit can do, and you'd be really happy with the outcome of what goes out there. So
Tanya, what I've also found myself personally is if I'm trying to create something, I often struggle and extend what I'm saying. If I'm confidently saying something, it comes off and it flows naturally. So if you're like, hey, I'm Tanya, my birthday's October 15th, whatever year, and I'm in Florida and I do mortgages, like if you're confident with your message, it flows naturally, right? And there's nothing wrong early on, like writing out a 3 or 4 sentence line and just practicing it and be like, I don't like the way that hears. And then taking your phone out, getting your voice recorder, not even a video, and recording the audio of it, right? That's what I think, like the power really is at our fingertips. The lack of power comes from inside of us, right? Oh, what if someone doesn't like my voice? What if someone doesn't like my smile? What if I can't relate to this person? No. Hey, today I'm going out and I'm going to go find this raccoon. And I know it doesn't need a mortgage, but are you looking to adopt a raccoon? I'm just giving an example, right? Or like, hey, I'm going out and I'm going to play with some alligators in the swamp down here in Florida. Listen, by the way, if you need a mortgage, call me. Like, have fun with what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm going horseback riding. Hope I don't fall off, because if I do that, I won't be able to do your mortgage. You better call me now to do your mortgage. Like something funny like that. Like, I feel like you do have a tremendous sense of humor that you kind of hide. So if you could bring out that sense of humor and have a little like comedic twist in what you do, along with your knowledge and your experience, people are going to gravitate towards that. And again, you're not for everybody, right? Like, you're for the people that you're for. And people that like you will like you. If they don't like you, keep it moving. There's no time to waste on that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I do well in person. Put me at a cocktail party, I'm good.
All right, so have a couple of drinks before you do a video and make your own cocktail party.
Yeah, or just like hey, how's it going? Like, that's very easy. But when it comes to thinking about a video, like I'm getting anxiety over here.
So Storyy does all the work for you. They give you everything. All you have to do is sit there and be like, hey, so did you ever think about moving? Here's what it takes to move. Hey, did you ever think about getting pre-approved? Here's why you want to be pre-approved. They give you the script, right? So there's no real thinking. It's just really just reading and executing on it. And then they'll edit it up to make you look like you should be on Fox Evening News.
Cool. Thank you.
Tanya, I have the best example for you. So her name is Pamela, and hopefully she doesn't see this, but she's a little goofy. And it's not that you're goofy, but like she's terrified recording video. Like, she is just like terrified when we started with her. This is one of her videos, and it kind of shows like have that goofy sense.
So some of the things I do when I work out, I love to dance. I like to do
right. So it's a little goofy. She's incorporating herself, that sort of thing. But that's
I feel like that totally hits her like age demographic and the female demographic. I feel like most women that age are probably sitting there wanting to do the same thing. Like, I bet you people watch that video and they try and do that same dance.
Well, it's eye-catching too. It grabs your attention. Yeah.
Like, what is she doing? And so we had this loan officer that left us a review, and she's only been with us for like 5 months. She said she closed so many loans out of just the video content. We're not even posting that she was able to pay for the product for 2 years. So there, it might seem like everybody's doing video already, but it's really not true. There's so many people that aren't doing video. Eventually you're going to be late in the game, but like if you start now, it's not going to be too late. And I would say are you a loan officer, Tanya?
Yes.
How long have you been in the industry?
A year.
A year. Okay.
A little over a year. Yeah.
Okay. So I would say you have a benefit because you have all these people you've worked with. So when they start seeing your content, they're now going to be reminded of who you are and what you're doing. And then not only are they going to work with you, they're going to have referrals for you. So that's really the benefit of like starting to get the videos out.
And she closed $2 million of business in July. So she's kicking butt. So
dang,
and 0
awesome.
in August.
All right. It's a summer, girl. Take some time off for yourself. September's going to be busy. Don't worry.
Thank you.
If you need anything else, Tanya, let us know. And I sent that email out. It has all of his links in there, and he'll give you all his contact information.
I like it. Thank you.
Who's next, guys? Anybody? Any other questions?
I think Mark's next. Jeff, did you see Mark's comment there?
Yeah, Mark has a couple good brands. Mark's a really good guy. He's in the title insurance industry.
Cool.
Listen, I'm not sure that you could help out with his sweat, but I'm sure you could help out with a lot of his videos. That boy sweats a lot. He posts all his workout videos.
That's awesome.
I have a question. Can you tell us the difference between the Social Pro and the Social Pro Plus, and then also the social video edits? What is that difference?
Yeah, so social video edits, it's 5 video projects that comes with the daily prompts. So it comes with like the basics. The Social Pro, we're posting it for you to Facebook and Instagram. That's the only difference between video edits and Social Pro. Social Pro Plus is it comes with 10 videos, we post it as well. We do the boosting, and then we do the IG engagement for you as well. So we have someone that will go in and comment on other posts. Because you're a loan officer, we'd go and comment on other agents' posts for you.
Okay. So for the social video edits, I would just send you a video and you would edit for me, and then I would have to upload it to all the different platforms.
Yeah, and that's actually, I'm glad you asked that question. So I'll show you how this works. We have an app on your phone that you can download. So we try to make it easy to get it to us, because with Fiverr, you have to get it through like a Google Drive link or Dropbox, wherever. Like a lot of these video editing companies make it complex. What we do is we have a system we've created where you're going to have your prompts in one section. You can like those prompts and save them for later. So let's say you want to knock out your videos at the beginning of the month. You could do it in there. Your projects. So this is where you submit your content. And let's say you recorded, you need to stop on your video. You can stop your video, go to your next section and upload it as one content. And then in the library, we give you back the video, one with background music and one without. And then we give you the thumbnail as well if you want to use it. So we just give it back to you through the app so you can post it to the platforms you want. Sorry. Does that answer your question, Melody? Okay.
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Nikki, do you have any questions? I know you're going to be pretty active in this background, Evan. So Nikki is 23. She's going to be really hitting, her age demographic market with videos and education, and really getting in front of the next home buyer, if you will. So Nikki, do you have any questions maybe you want to ask? See if you can give me some insight.
My main question, Tanya already asked actually about separating between business and personal account. And I think you explained that really well, and why, and how it's okay. Because I was on the same page as Tanya, where, I have things that are not related to the industry and may not be something that everybody wants to see. And so I wasn't sure if that was okay to mix up, but I think you explained that well. My other question though was that at the beginning you mentioned not sending emojis. I totally understand like doing just an emoji with no words, but how do you feel about when you are commenting and then just add an emoji to express your feelings in the...
So I need to change that slide. That is a great question. You should totally be doing that because it helps to express what you're saying. If you're using emoji to like describe everything, what's going to happen is like someone will like your message or not say anything back at all. So the reason why we want you to have a sentence with an emoji is because they'll be more likely to respond, which will keep the conversation going. And you don't, it's weird because you're like, how would that make a difference? But when I go to Facebook posts and I'm looking at the comments, I always read the comments. And if someone leaves something meaningful, even if I'm not that person that posted it, I get interested in what they're saying. So that's why I say, like, instead of just leaving an emoji, if you have like a sentence with an emoji, it'll leave a longer lasting impact.
Okay, that's good. I like that. And then the comments, like making 5 comments a day on post. When you say that, that doesn't have to be necessarily related to your work in industry. It could just be somebody posted a picture of them on vacation, you know, happy anniversary, hope you have a great vacation kind of thing. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it doesn't have to be mortgage related. The real benefit of doing that is then they're more likely to comment on your posts, will help you get more reach. With IG Reels, things have just changed so much in the last 3 weeks that like Instagram is really looking for comments, likes, views. And if you're getting that stuff, your IG Reel is going to go to more people because people are actually engaging with it. So the goal of it is if I'm commenting on all these people's posts, they're going to be more likely to comment on mine because I'm starting this discourse of a community.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I think that was all the questions I had.
Okay, sweet.
Anybody else have anything?
I have one more. What can you talk about the frequency? I'm sure there's data on that. Like what, just as much as you can, what's overdoing it? What's too little? What's ideal to be effective? What, can you talk a little bit about that?
Okay, so I have an opinion, but this is cool because it's been proven through our data with all of our clients. We have clients that are just doing 1 video a week. We have clients that are doing 1 video a day. They're closing the same amount of loans. And I think why that's happening is not the same amount, like with the video content, they're closing the same amount, right? Like they might be a way bigger producer, but it's not because of social. I think the reason is because they're consistent with the content that's going out. So let's say you record a video once a month and then 3 months later you release a video. People probably aren't going to remember you, but let's say you record a video once a week, you're being consistent about it. So my opinion is just be consistent in whatever you do, but try to do at least once a week minimum. I think when I started getting annoyed at people's posts, my own opinion, Jeff, you probably have some insight on this, is like when I saw like 3 posts a day on the feed, I'd be like, geez. And it's only because everything was mortgage related. Like if they mixed up their content with their family, something else they're doing, that's when I was like, probably gonna unfollow this person. It's just too much about mortgage. But
I think if it's personalized, different stuff, yes, post as much as you want. There's some days I post 10 times a day, right? And in my stories, right? It depends. What I've learned is there's no right or wrong way. But like if you're going out there doing a generic post, like interest rates are on the rise, like no one wants to see that crap, right? If you're gonna post like, hey, now's a great time to buy a home, no one wants to see that crap. Hey, loan officer, you looking to make a move? No one wants to see that crap, right? If you're posting like, hey, as of noon today, interest rates are down 0.5%, and now's a good time to lock in your rate, that's applicable. And then if you show a picture of like you and your wife, like sitting, oh, I love my wife so much, I'm having dinner. And then like later on tonight, hey, laying in bed, can't stop thinking about real estate. You should check out our website and get pre-approved, right? Like you need to do what's in real time and like what is valuable, not what's desperate or reactive because you feel like you have to post something. If you feel like you have to post something, don't post it. If you feel like there's somebody in your audience or in your market that needs to hear what you have to say or read what you have to write, then you post it. That's my opinion.
Yeah. And Jeff, I'm glad you mentioned the current events. So we do this for free. We send out a weekly real estate and mortgage trend report. I'm going to send the link down here. Just make sure you subscribe to the very bottom of the page. The first one's just regular trend report. The second one is our mortgage and real estate. So if you guys subscribe to that, every Monday we send out an email of like what's going on in the industry with news articles, memes, which is funny, trending sounds, tips, and basically everything to make sure you're trending, because you're going to be more trending than other loan officers and real estate agents with a trend report. So you'll have all the news that you need and tips.
Awesome. So guys, I know some people might have to jump. So what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna share my desktop screen. We're gonna have someone, Devin, pick a number between 1 and 12.
Say it again. Sorry, I had a video.
No worries. Pick a number between 1 and 12.
Let's do 7.
7. So I put everyone's name on the call here. And yep, everyone's there. So now we're gonna randomize this for the free video edit, Devin. So that way if someone has to jump, they can jump, but it's Let's see. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see who we's gonna be winning. Nikki, we didn't rig this, but Nikki, you won the free video edit.
Oh.
So as you saw, I was unable to be rigged. I was just sitting on my seat as much as you all were. So Nikki, you won that. So you can contact him directly, and then obviously you guys work that out together. Guys, we are going to start to be doing like free giveaways and stuff every week on here to make it a little bit more exciting and bring on more people that I believe can add value to your business. But look, I could bring you guys all the right resources. It's up to you guys to utilize them. You guys have to invest in yourself. I can't reiterate that enough. I'm not telling you to sign up a Storyy. I'm telling you to invest in yourself, your image, your brand, your logo, your knowledge, your personal development, like all that stuff, super invaluable. So if you don't take advantage of that and you don't put money back into yourself, there's no way your business is going to thrive. That's just my personal opinion based on experience. Anybody else have anything?
Just thanks. You bring us something cool every week, and if it doesn't always apply, it always applies to someone, Jeff. I appreciate it. I've followed you for a few months now, and I just want to express the gratitude, man.
Oh, my pleasure. And right back at you. I told you guys give me a ton of life. I love doing this. It's like the most rewarding thing I've done professionally. I just like the fact to kind of shoot the shit with all you guys and see you guys every week and like brainstorm and help. I think again, the more that we do this, the more everyone's going to be successful from it. I've been listening to the book The Alchemist. I'm on my 3rd time in the past 3 days. I'm actually on a 3rd go around listening to it, and it said something along the lines of like, you can't like get better without making other people get better. Like as you get better and evolve, everyone's gonna get better. That was heartwarming, by the way. Everyone gets better because you get better. Like that's kind of like what my motto is. Like I need to be the best version of myself so other people elevate themselves too. So just keep going, guys. And like, yeah, the market's gonna get tough, but hang in there. September's gonna be busy. October's gonna be busy, and just you always have to look inside first. Like, what can I do more? What am I doing wrong? Why am I not succeeding? And the answers are right in there. If you're willing to hear the answers that you're going to give yourself. If no one else's fault other than your own, why you're not kicking butt. But Devin, I'm gonna let you close up the show and really add to that. I want you to be the feature of this episode, so you guys can go ahead and close up.
Yeah, so I that's all I got. If anything, just make sure you pin one of your posts today. It's a challenge I give you guys. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I send my contact info, so if you click that button, you can save it to your phone pretty easy. Again, even if you don't use us, just please start recording video or you are going to get left behind. There's other loan officers, there's other agents, there's other title agencies that are recording video. So I don't care if you guys use us. It's just I want you guys to succeed. So just make sure you're getting on social and you're at least recording 1 video a week to get yourself out there. But that's all I'll say.
Awesome, guys. So appreciate you guys all from joining. Hopefully, Devin, you get some work from this. If you do, give me some feedback on what people are doing and what they like, and then happy to get you back on. And obviously, this has been recorded, so we'll have this pumped out and do some clips for it. But as always, guys, hope you guys have a great week. Remember, all the answers are inside. You just got to pull them out and listen. Be honest with yourself. So thank you again for joining and taking this episode, guys.
See you guys.